Okay, folks, we are back in studio with 2025 CCC champion Francesco Puppi. Fran, your third straight podium at a UTMB World Final. How are you doing, bro?
I know. Yeah, it's unbelievable. But thank you. I'm really tired, really sore, but also really proud of the day I had yesterday.
What do you attribute this amazing string of consistency on this specific weekend? Like, for pro athletes, the hardest thing is showing up when it matters most. And doing it 3 years in a row is a very hard thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's always been one of my strengths, maybe, to really be able to focus on an important race and show up as best as I can and try to perform at my best. Then, of course, there are many variables which may or may not be under your control. But yeah, I feel like each year I made sure that the UTMB final was my A goal. And with my coach, we structured the season in order to peak for this time of the year. And I really trust the work that we're doing with my coach. And I feel like we are making progress year after year. And it's been 11 years with him. So it's getting harder to make progress as the time goes by. But if we've come this far after 11 years, it means that it was a good process.
Yeah, a good process. And you beat up on some of our American friends, which we'll come to in a second. But you've now run 200-kilometer races in your career. They're two of the best performances of the season so far. No learning curve. Have you discovered the perfect distance for Francesco Puppi? Is this your strongest distance, do you think?
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Like, how long does it take to gain experience at a certain distance? Yeah. You know, would you call me experienced or not experienced in the 100K distance? No, but like, honestly, it feels like a good way to suffer, like a way that feels good for me. Yeah. I don't know, because like it gets really hard when you are around maybe 2/3 of the race. And I don't know, in my brain, it's short enough that I can survive, but also long enough to be very challenging and very painful.
Yeah.
So it's like that balance that, I don't know, it's interesting. And yeah, it's really hard because, I mean, actually, yesterday, I mean, on the finish line, I was feeling way better than at Canyons. You probably realized because you were there in Auburn.
Well, I asked Ryan about it. I was like, was Francesco smashed at the finish line? He said, no, he's actually kind of casual.
Yeah, I felt smashed just a few minutes afterwards because I was really cold and I started shaking and yeah. I was in hypothermia. And then I had to go to the anti-doping and there were just a lot of things to do, and then I got really tired, and it wasn't until I went back home, probably 11 p.m., that I felt a little better. But at Canyons, the pain was excruciating, like the most intense pain I've ever felt. And yesterday it was intense, but not quite like at Canyons.
Yeah.
So I don't know, different.
All right. So let's just run through the race up to the Grand Colfray. For the last several years, the Grand Colfray has been the selection where the lead group establishes itself. Mm-hmm. And when you guys came over the top, it was David Sinclair, yourself, Eli Hemming, Drew Holman. So 3 Americans plus Francesco Puppi. Bring us into that dynamic, because I think a lot of people who are observers of the race saw you 4 as the favorites kind of going in. So, you know, whether or not there was any tension within the field, were you guys sort of feeling each other out? Just bring us into the group as it formed.
So I feel like the start was pretty relaxed, but the pace was good because the split up to Tête de la Tronche was a fast one. And then I think people just tend to run way too fast on the downhill to Bertone and then the traverse to Arnuva. And they end up wasting a lot of energy for a section that you just need to let the miles go by. So I feel like David, Eli, Drew, and I did a good job in running well, but not wasting energy. And then as soon as we hit the climb to Grand Col Ferret, it was just the four of us, and we were moving pretty well.
At that point, do you know the winner's coming from this bunch here?
Yeah, I think so. I think
that's what it felt like to all of us too.
That was, that's when I thought, okay, it's gonna be in between us.
Yeah,
and that's how the race will play out for the rest of the distance. And everybody was moving well. I mean, we were talking a little bit. The pace felt good but manageable. It was also quite warm because it was very sunny on the Italian side and absolutely beautiful with the Grand Joras and the snow that had fallen during the night. It was gorgeous. And Eli and David were using poles, and Drew and I were not. So that was also an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
I was running pretty much every step, every grade. The others were hiking a little more. But yeah, that's just my most efficient way to move. So it's pretty normal for me. And then we hit the downhill to La Foulie. That felt super long. It's a 20K downhill until the bottom of the climb to Champex. And I had a few, not rough moments, but maybe moments where I wasn't feeling necessarily very strong during that downhill. The pace was good because I think I set the KOM from La Foulie to Champex. David really pushed the pace on that climb.
And that's so this is where it became sort of a head-to-head race with David. So you guys had sort of pulled away a little bit from Drew and Eli, and then you and David exit Champex together.
I actually exit the aid station maybe a handful of seconds before David.
Right.
My stop was super quick.
But more or less you guys were together, but then the separation happened right away, leaving Champex.
Exactly.
Take us into that.
I feel like, I mean, I imagined that Eli would stay with us on the climb up to Champex, but he immediately got dropped. The pace was good, but I mean, on the downhill, it looked like he was feeling completely fine. So I was surprised to see him dropping back. So it was just me and David, and we went through the aid station. I was very quick with my girlfriend, Gloria, who gave me 2 flasks and a few gels. And then I was just out, and I realized I had maybe, 5 or 10 seconds on David, so I decided to push.
So it's a deliberate attack.
Yeah, that was an attack.
Was that
on the
instinctual?
lake, like on the flat?
Yeah.
I was just trying to run well, but not forced. And I know my flat speed is pretty good, so it was probably like just tempo pace.
Did you have that drawn up in your head though? Because that's what I was wondering. Seeing you get the gap immediately after you guys left more or less together out of Champex, and then knowing those next couple of miles are sort of flat, rolling, runnable before you kick up again. You probably having enough understanding of what David's skill set is to know that is maybe your opportunity to take advantage. Was that a premeditated thing, or was it instinct in the moment?
No, it was definitely instinct of the moment. Because, of course, I didn't know how David would react. And I didn't know how I was going to feel at that point during the race. So it was definitely instinct. And I felt good, so I decided to give it a go. And the climb to Bovine also felt really good. It's fairly technical, like it's pretty rocky and steep in some sections. And that's where I gained the most time on David. I think I had a 4-minute gap at the top, something like that. So pretty good. And then actually I got to Trion that I was pretty excited and honestly feeling maybe better than at Champex.
You looked great.
So there. I was doing well there, and also the climb up to Les Cep was good. It's very, very steep. It's the steepest climb of the race, but I feel like I ran well. I mean, up on those grades, I ran almost the whole thing without pull. So yeah, that was good.
So just probably in your head trying to put it away at that point and to make it more or less.
Yeah, trying to dig and and create a gap. Yeah.
Okay, so then on the final climb, the weather moves in, which adds a fun variable to the end. When the camera caught back up to you at the Flagere, you had the waterproof jacket, hood up. It's raining sideways on you, but you're still running every step up to the Flagere. Peter Engdahl's there to greet you.
That was so nice to see, and he was so excited to see me, and he cheered me on, and he was the only person there, together with my coach and a good friend of mine who had taken the gondola up to La Flagere, but then the gondola shut down and they had to run back downhill. So that was funny. But yeah, it was really nice to see them at the top, and I mean they confirmed the gap, which at that point was around 10 minutes on David. So I thought, okay, I just need to get to the finish and stay on my legs, and this race can be mine. Yeah, it was very relieving, and knowing that it wasn't necessary to take any risk. So yeah, I was of course tired at that point, but I also enjoyed the downhill.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrived back to Chamonix, a victory here. Of course, after Stian's result got vacated, that's technically the second world final victory for you, third podium in a row here. And our audience will remember me vociferously trying to peer pressure you into taking the golden ticket to Western States, which we will talk about here in a second. But first of all, just the emotional feeling of, this being the major goal of your entire season that you've built your entire life around, probably made a lot of sacrifices towards, including Western States 2024. What did it feel like to arrive back in Chamonix as the champion?
Yeah, I may disagree with you a little bit because it's not like my life is built around races and just running. There is a lot more in my life, which is awesome. And to me, it never feels like a sacrifice because it's a choice and something I love. So no training session, no training camp, no trip to go to races or anything will ever feel like a sacrifice for me. But an opportunity and a privilege to do this professionally and trying to be the best that I can. But yeah, it was obviously great to experience the Chamonix crowd and cross the finish line and take my time at the finish and smile and wave at the crowd and go for a lap of honor.
When was the last time an Italian won one of these world final events? Is Marco Olmo Italian?
Yeah, he's Italian. He's a legend. Is
that the last Italian to win at a UTMB world final event?
I mean, the UTMB World Series didn't exist at that time. Right. So it was just UTMB. But then there was Francesca Canepa later on. I don't remember which year, but technically she is
fairly recent UTMB champ, like 2019 maybe.
No, it was before, maybe 2015, something like that. Okay. 2012. But yeah, she's the most recent.
Okay. Well, great job.
Thank you.
All right. Are you taking the Western States Golden Ticket 2026? You finished the race less than 24 hours ago. It is incumbent upon me as an objective and very responsible journalist. Francesco Puppi, can I count on you to be in Palisades Tahoe in June 2026?
So I told Craig that I need just 2 weeks to really reflect and ponder my decision. As much as I'd love to say yes right now, it's also a decision that I don't want to take lightly, and I want to have a proper discussion with my coach because that's what makes the most sense to me. Like, honestly, it wasn't in my plans to take the golden ticket here, because if I have a dream to run Western States in 2026, I would love to take the golden ticket at Black Canyon because it's a race that I really would like to do. Feels very different from what I'm used to, but it feels like a race where I could perform really well. Yeah. And also running in the desert is special, so it's an experience that I would like to try. But also, like, of course, this is not an opportunity that I want to waste, and a golden ticket is never guaranteed. But like, also, I don't think CCC should be a golden ticket race.
Oh, come on. We're not debating that here. We're not debating that here.
But like, the only reason why CCC is a golden ticket race is because it's competitive, but it has nothing to do with Western States. Not like, the course is very different. The culture around the race is very different. So I don't understand why they should give out golden tickets. And then people come here not because they want to earn golden tickets, but because they want to race CCC. And as a byproduct, they also get golden tickets, which never happens in the other races.
Yeah, I see your point.
So like, it's not, I don't know. It's weird.
So you're still conflicted about it. Bottom line is you're going to take the 2 weeks to think about it. And actually a fun storyline, mostly for the audience here. So the men's podium, Francesco Puppi, David Sinclair, Drew Holman, all of you guys have turned down tickets already in your careers.
Shame
This
on us.
is the moment for all three of you to accept your tickets to Western States next year.
Drew has turned down probably 3 golden tickets.
No, I think just
2.
one. But he also turned down the opportunity to return with one of the top 10 bibs.
I think David say that he wants to take it.
Yeah.
And so did Drew.
Okay.
So they will probably be in Tahoe next year.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope to see you there too. All right. So before we wind down, before we wind down, your season again, we talked about this in your pre-race interview. Absolutely ridiculous, man. You were just like in such a purple patch in your career. Chianti, Transgran Canaria, Canyons, Lavaredo, now CCC. Like, quote unquote, the worst race of your season is a 10th place at Sierras and all, which anybody would kill for. I mean, you must be on cloud 9 right now. You must be just sort of like feeling like, in baseball, they say that you're seeing the ball really well right now. Like, just things are coming to you. It feels like things are clicking right now. How do you keep that momentum going into Worlds?
Oh, good question. I need some proper recovery. And I think I really need to build excitement for Worlds. That's what's going to allow me to push as it's required by the field that there is that will race. It's extremely competitive, and I'm very excited to race athletes like Jim or Caleb. These kind of people. I don't know. I don't really think that much about my victories or. I mean, I just try to do my best, honestly. And I don't want to say it's just a coincidence that I've won 5 races this year, but it's really the result of a process that to me is much more relevant and important.
a great way to end, but maybe one last thing. Who the hell is Christian Minogio? Because he's going to be your teammate in the long trail next month, and I think a lot of people were introduced to him. At least a lot of people in the Freetrail audience were introduced to him this week. A really special performance from him.
I don't think many people expected to see him so close to GM or to the victory. He's a pretty crazy guy. He's known to be a sky runner. And he actually spends about 6 or 7 months every year living on a dam at 8,000 feet in the Alps, like in a very remote region, as the how do you say, like
a caretaker?
Yeah, a caretaker for the dam. And I mean I don't know much about his life, but it must be pretty crazy. And we've done a few national teams together because he was in Thailand, where he was for sure top 10.
Yeah.
He was in Innsbruck on the short trail team. And he's a real mountain man. Yeah. Like, he loves the mountain, he loves to go around, and he's also pretty crazy. It's hard to keep him at bay to stop him. Yeah. But I think it could be a man to really watch for how the course is in Canfranc.
Yeah. Well, Francesco, congratulations again. I feel like I'm a broken record every time we talk. It's just like, what an amazing season. And you really do have a gift of just kind of conveying, just the deeper sense of, it's about the process. It's about the progress that I'm making, and that is more central to you than the wins and victories. But it's just been an amazing season. It's been great to be able to witness at least a couple of them myself, and I can't wait to see you race again in Canfranc.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for supporting me, and thanks to all the people who took the time to send me a message or watch the live, and of course to the people who were here to crew me and support me during the race.
And we are so back.
For sure.
Peace out.
We are so back.